Hello, welcome to Blythe Business News, where today I'm joined by Tim Harrison, who is Managing Director of Ionic Rare Earths. Ionic, listed on the Australian Stock Exchange, a symbol of IXR, also has, as viewers may remember, a recycling plant for rare earths, where they're separating rare earth oxides in Belfast, in the UK. Their wholly owned subsidiary, Ionic Technologies. Now, Tim, when you were last on the show, we were discussing the very positive feasibility study for the Belfast rare earth oxide manufacturing facility. Since then, you've also, the grass isn't growing with you, is it? Since then, you've also announced that you've got a Verdion joint venture has received support to replicate that technology in the Brazilian state of Minas Gerais. I hope I pronounced that properly, Minas Gerais. What can you tell us about how the Belfast feasibility study supports the plans for Brazil and why Brazil is particularly appealing as a jurisdiction for implementing this magnet recycling technology?
Hi, Tim. Yeah, look, Brazil's a really interesting opportunity for the company. Brazil has obviously a large endowment of rare earths, and so Brazilian government is looking at how it can extract full value from that mineralisation. So there's a lot of work that's been going on in mapping out the supply chain and the potential value addition that can occur in Brazil. The opportunity that we're working on right now, as part of the Veridian JV, is to look at leveraging our recycling IP, leveraging the study, leveraging the information that we've been able to confirm in the feasibility study into a potential opportunity in Brazil where we would partner with a state-owned organisation, CIT Senai, which has magnet manufacturing capability. They have the equipment to produce 100 tonnes per annum of magnets, and the ability to integrate recycling means that we can actually be a key enabler on their ability to make Brazilian rare earth oxides to go into Brazilian-made magnets. And the plan is to do that over the next 2 years.
Okay. Now, you've also announced you've applied for a grant from the UK government to develop your operations. What can you tell us about the grant? How are the funds, if you're successful, how will the funds be used?
Yes, so on the back of the completion of the feasibility study, we've been able to submit the documentation for the grant application. So the grant is through the Automotive Transformation Fund, which is administered by the Advanced Propulsion Centre. They've got about £850 million that they're looking to deploy across the automotive sector as part of the transition towards electric vehicles. So with the application that we've submitted, it'll be for a substantial component of the capital requirement for the plant in Belfast. It will be a cornerstone commitment, which then helps us move forward on securing the rest of the financing for the commercial plant to be built in Belfast.
Okay, now we're sitting here, it's December 2024. It's been a year of lots of initiatives, lots of achievements for Ionic. How do you summarise the year?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's been a busy year. There's no doubt about that, Tim. We've had tremendous successes with Ionic Technologies, culminating with the feasibility study that we released a few weeks ago. If we look back over the year, we've produced high purity oxides. We've operated the demonstration plant. We've gone on continuous operation. We've been able to move forward with new grants and applications, strategic partnerships. So we're really positioning ourselves quite well now with Ionic Technologies to work towards commercialisation over the next 12 months. At Makuutu, we've finalised and finished our demonstration plant. We've produced mixed rare earth carbonate that will support offtake negotiations. We've increased the resource. And so, yeah, likewise at Makuutu, we've really taken that project now to a natural point where we can now look at the positioning of Makuutu in the supply chain going forward. And then finally, the joint venture with Veridian. Our JV partners being another ASX listed company, Veritas Mining and Minerals. We've got the Viridian JV, which is looking at building a refinery and recycling in Brazil. So, yeah, that's also finished quite strongly. We have had a very busy year across a number of continents, and we are really looking at how we can now facilitate and move forward with that integration into the new supply chain forming for magnet rare earths.
Well, if that's been a year of growth, new opportunities, potential new revenue streams, that's been the year we've just gone by. Let's look at the year coming up, 2025. What should we be looking out for? What are your hopes for the first part of the year?
Yeah, so I think we start off, well, hopefully we start off 2025 really, really strongly. We're expecting a positive outcome on the grant application, and that will basically then help us push through with the securing the rest of the financing for the Belfast facility. So in total, we're looking for 85 million sterling to build that Belfast facility. We anticipate a substantial component of that will come via the grant. We're now working with debt, strategic advisors, or strategic investors, sorry, and also offtake as part of the mix towards financing Belfast. And we're hopeful of being in a position to complete that investment decision by the middle 2025 and start construction shortly thereafter. Again, with Brazil, we do anticipate, again, a lot of positive movement in the first quarter of 2025. And over the course of next year, really mapping out that execution to be able to start recycling magnets in Brazil and paving the way for the integration with partners there. In addition to that, we'll be kicking off a number of other studies and work streams there as part of the Viridian JV, looking also at a refinery that can support processing the Colossus mixed rare earth carbonate. So I anticipate 2025 will be another lifting gears for the company.
Well, Tim, congratulations on a very successful year, and good luck in what looks like it's going to be even a busier year next year. That was Tim Harrison, Managing Director of Ionic Rare Earths, telling us about the developments in Belfast with Ionic Technologies and his plans for the future, including Belfast and also Brazil. That's it for this edition of Blythe Ray Business News. Thanks for watching.